Bell.
Oh, okay. We are on, well, give me just a moment. We are on the record in Bell 2024 TR 1857, State of Kansas versus Lindsay Danae Baker. No, you said Bell. I'm sorry. Strike that. We're on the record in 2024 TR 3525, State of Kansas versus Mandy Michelle Bell. Jared Regier for the state, the defendant in person and pro se. Ms. Bell, you are here on one Class A misdemeanor violation of ignition interlock requirements. You do not have an attorney. You said you could hire an attorney, so where's your attorney?
I want to get a court-appointed attorney here today while I'm in El Dorado, if that's okay.
Well, I tend to really emphasize that if you're going to hire your attorney and you decide you need a court appointed, don't wait till court, because now we have exhausted at least another 60 days without doing a thing to lead us closer to resolution.
Okay. And we'll do that today.
Have you turned in an application for court appointed attorney?
I've never done that before, and I will do that today.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to recess your case. Well, strike that. Are you employed?
Yes, I am.
Where do you work?
Plenty Bloom.
What does that do? What kind of company is it?
It's hospitality. It's brand new opening with so the big building downtown Wichita with all the lawyers and attorneys. And it's at 100 North Market.
Very well. And how much do you make per month with that?
I'm not exactly sure yet. We're working on that. I'm moving higher up. So.
Well, how long have you been with the company?
I have been there for 3 weeks now. We're about to have our grand opening.
So you've been working for free?
No, right now I am making $20 an hour.
Working how many hours?
This week will be 45.
Are you married or single?
Single.
So you're going to be making about $900 a week or $3,600 a month. Does that sound right?
About right. Without taxes.
And you're single?
I am.
Do you have children?
I do not.
Well, I don't see you likely qualifying for counsel, but go ahead and fill out the application.
Okay.
Jen, when's the next available court date on a Monday for her in case she does qualify or does hire?
That would be July 28th.
I'm going to order that you reappear July 28th at 9 a.m. Why did you tell the court you were going to hire an attorney and then you didn't do that?
I apologize. I ran out of time, but I will do it today.
All right. You fill out your application before you leave today.
I will.
And then I don't think you're going to qualify. So I'll let you know as soon as possible. And then you need to hire your attorney and don't wait. Put it off. But if you're making that kind of money, and you're single, I don't see you qualifying. But anyway, you do have to be back here. I'm going to continue the bond. Did you go out and get your picture and prints taken like I told you to?
I'm sorry?
Did you go out and get your picture and prints taken like I told you to?
The picture and prints? No, I have not yet. Where shall I get that done at?
Your Honor, may I interject for a moment?
Yes.
Your Honor, it would appear that at the last hearing, the court did make certain orders concerning booking and bond. More recently, Later on during the same docket, it would appear based off my notes that the court did find the defendant in contempt after it was reported that the defendant failed to report to the breakout room as ordered by the court in this matter. So I'm not sure what the court wants to do as far as that is concerned.
I'm going to order that she be taken into custody right now. Have her fill out that application and then have them drive her to the jail. Take care.
Is there anything else I can do? I need to go back to work.
Nope.
I will do anything.
I've told you to get your picture and prints done and you didn't do it. You told me you were going to hire an attorney, so I gave you time to do it. You didn't do it. I'm sorry, I can't take you at your word, man. And your last bond, I'm going to make that a $2,500 cash bond, deputy.
Okay, thank you.
Cash bond. She had OR, but she didn't go out, so cash
Right.
bond.
We got it.
All my mothers.
Back there.
Be in recess till July 28th at 9. Case.
Yes, Your Honor.
We are on the record in Stewart, case number 2020 TR 639, State of Kansas versus Shaquila D. Stewart. Please announce appearances.
Jerry Gear on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appearing on behalf of Shaquila Stewart, who does appear from the Butler County Jail. And I did want to inquire of Mr. Regier if he's received my summary and if the request on Shaquila Stewart is acceptable.
Your Honor, if I may request 1 minute of the court's time.
Yes, but I would note it looks like a second chance bail bondsman has a representative here today as well. For the record, sir, your name?
Philip Webb.
Philip Webb. All right, now you may have your moment.
Your Honor, the state is prepared to proceed in this matter at this time. I would also tell the court, for the court's edification, it would appear that a motion for judgment on bond was filed by the state in February of 2025 with an attached notice of hearing of today's date and time. More recently, it is the state's understanding that an order withdrawing the same was filed with the court within the last week.
And that was concerning the $8,000 bond. For the record, correct, Mr. Regier?
That does appear to be an accurate summation of paragraph 2 of the motion, Your Honor.
I bring that up because I believe that she has had a previous judgment on bond. That would have been back March 28th to 23. That judgment was in the amount of $2,000, and it was concerning Tania of assurance bail bonds. That was taken against $2,000. That bond remains, and I'm curious how that works. I'll address the clerk first. It shows the $2,000 balance against her, but should we not have collected against assurance by now?
One moment, Your Honor. Let me do some checking.
Thank you.
I know that you see that it says her name, but it's the bonding agency is the tab that it's under.
But we haven't collected from
It does not appear so.
Who does our bond collections for Butler County? Is it the county counselor or the county attorney?
I cannot speak to that, Your Honor. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I would ask that you talk to the clerk and find out who's going to get that money, because that was 2023, 2 years, and we haven't collected. So I don't know if you know the answer to that, Mr. Regier, who's responsible in our county for collecting judgments.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, I am not in a position as to that. What I would tell the court is that page 2 of the journal entry from judgment on bond does appear to refer to both the defendant and the bonding agent. So this would appear to be a case, if the court is prepared to accept a speculation on my part where I'm joint several liability would potentially apply.
Well, that's the way I believe it to be, but Assurance has been making a lot of bonds in this county in the last 2 years, to the best of my belief, and we need to collect that. I wonder if we have others sitting around there that nobody's collecting on. So, Jen, would you make a note to check on that?
Certainly.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, now back to the case. Apparently, you're off the hook as far as the bond, the motion, Mr. Webb, but let's address the case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do we have, gentlemen, any plea agreement? I'm sorry, did you tell me we did or did not?
We do, Your Honor. I would announce at this time, Ms. Stewart will be entering a plea of guilty to count 1, driving while suspended, Class B, non-person misdemeanor. States agreed to dismiss count 2.
Okay. Any agreement for plea or sentencing?
Judge, just a standard agreement of 120-day controlling sentence, a $100 fine, plus court costs for the court to determine court-appointed attorney fees, and then a 6-month non-reporting probation.
Thank you. That's your agreement, Mr. McGear?
Your Honor, in this particular case, the state is prepared to proceed in the fashion iterated by counsel for the defense.
Very well. Then, Miss Stewart, do you agree with everything we've been talking about so far?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead then to count 1, driving while suspended? Wait, let me see. Yes, count 1, driving while suspended in Butler County, Kansas on March 24th of 2020.
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty to take advantage of the plea agreement? And because you believe you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that with this plea, you're giving up your right to trial? You'll be found guilty and unable to appeal that conviction.
Yes, ma'am.
Where have you been the last 5 years?
Last 5 in Topeka.
DOC?
I had pushed it. I wasn't really taking it serious until like a couple years ago, and then I was trying to get my license back. That's why the last one that you could, like the last couple court dates you see, we continued it because I was trying to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last court date, my daughter had got admitted. She has a bunch of health problems. She had got admitted to Children's Mercy. So that's why I had missed the last court date. So now we're here.
All right. When you say you were in Topeka, were you just a citizen there or were you in DOC custody?
No, I was a citizen.
Okay. All right. And I don't know if you remember where you were doing this driving while you're telling me your license was suspended on that date of March 24th, 2020?
You said, did I know?
What was your license suspended?
Yes, I wasn't aware until I had got pulled over and he told me, because I had paid a bunch of money to get my license back. I had just got my license back, but Topeka failed to tell me that I was supposed to hold an SR-22. So when I got pulled over, that's when I found out that I was driving on a suspended. I was coming back from Wichita, picking my sister up on the highway.
Were you on the Kansas Turnpike, I-35?
I believe so.
The turnpike from Wichita to Topeka?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And the officer says mile marker 75.6. You wouldn't argue with that?
No, because it was a construction zone.
All right. Well, that would be inside of Butler County. And I will find your plea as freely and knowingly entered with a factual basis. I find you guilty of. You have that filed as count 1, Mr. The citation had driving while suspended as count 2, I believe. But you have it as count 1. Yes, this document does have count 1. So I will find you guilty of count 1, driving while suspended on March 24th of 2020, and I will dismiss count 2, speeding. I will find you guilty with a sentence of 120 days in jail, but you will be given 6 months non-reporting probation. Your fine will be $100. Court costs $108. Now, you told me that you weren't in custody. Were you working, or what were you doing these last 5 years as far as financial?
Yeah, I was working. I'm part of the time I was working, but my husband does all the working. I'm my daughter's primary, caregiver. She has special needs, but she has a bunch of medical problems too. So I mostly take care of her and my other 2 kids.
What kind of work do you do when you work?
Manufacturing.
Okay. Are you working at the moment?
No, I lost it due to coming here.
All right. Well, I'm going to have you pay $250 in court costs.
I can pay that today before I leave, but if I get out today.
All right. Well, your total will be $250 for the attorney, $100 for fines, $108 court costs. So can you pay the total $458 today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I will order that be paid by 5 o'clock today with the clerk of the district court downstairs. Well, no, you're not downstairs, but you know where the courthouse is, and if you don't, the jailer can tell you. It's just down the road from you. All right. Anything else we need to address, Mr. Regier?
Not on this matter, Judge.
Mr. Patterson?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right. Butler County Sheriff's Deputy, can you tell her where the courthouse is so she can go pay that on her way out?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. We'll be in recess on Stewart. Ms. Stewart is excused, remanded to the sheriff. And Deputy, do you have anyone else in custody today?
Thank you.
For us? You're welcome.